We're the Strawbridges and we've done a lot of walking. We don't know everything there is to know about backpacking, but we've learned a few things along the way. My name is Georgie and I'm going to tell you about our tent and sleep system. Most of the time we prefer to cowboy camp and just sleep out under the stars. When we first started cowboy camping, we had the inflatable ground pads and it was very hard to stay on them. One night we were camping near a lake and my brother was sleepwalking and we nearly walked into the lake. But when there's rain or it's buggy, we all prefer to stay in tents.
What are you doing?
We're hiding from the bugs.
Oh.
Sometimes it's difficult to find an area big enough to set up a large tent. We have had to set up our tents in some pretty tight spaces. So that's why we carried 3 two-man tents. 2 of our tents are Ultralight Big Agnes double wall tents. The weight of the double wall Big Agnes tent splits up very evenly between 2 people. Mom and Dad have a Gossamer Gear tent called the 2. It sets up with trekking poles and I am very jealous because they have so much more room than we ever have. It's important when you're picking out your tent that you know the conditions you'll be facing. We ran into some pretty high winds on the Pacific Crest Trail.
There's a serious wind blowing through. And then it calms right when I say that. But it's been blowing all night. Really, really, really strong. Monica's tent's about to fall over. What? No, it's not. It looks pretty good to me. Let's get moving, children.
For our ground sheet, we just use regular old Tyvek and we cut it a little wide so that our sleeping bag and pad do not get dirt on them. When the temperature drops below freezing, we use an inflatable Seat Summit ground pad. But if we're on a stretch when it's above freezing, we just use this simple old bubble wrap that is very thin. Instead of sleeping bags, we use down quilts that will strap around our ground pads. But when we go on the Continental Divide Trail, we're going to have a silk liner inside the sleeping bag, not so much for warmth, but so that the down doesn't get dirty and therefore lose its loft. One night after walking 30 miles, we set up camp on this pass that was overlooking Shasta. It was very steep, so we had to put rocks at our feet and we were all crammed in. The rocks at our feet kept us from sliding while we put rocks at our heads to block the wind out.
This is an interesting camp spot. We have some Henry. Henry says the sunset was better.